This is the Wagner Flexio 3000. It cost about $170. It comes with a carrying case, 2 guns. I haven't used this gun yet, and I think it works pretty good. I've used it 3 times. I just used it to paint this planter gloss black. In this video, I'll show you how it works, what I did to clean the gun. We'll take a closer look at this paint job, and then you can decide if it's the right tool for your project. You'll need an extension cord to use this gun, and this part of the gun has fans in it. It's just going to push air through this part. Because the fans are pulling air from the area around where you're spraying, the air needs to be filtered, and you can replace the filters with the extra filters that are provided. This part of the gun connects like this, and then to disconnect it, pull this tab down. With this dial, you'll adjust your air power from your minimum to your maximum, and you'll just adjust this to the material that you're working with and the project that you're working on. This dial adjusts how much material is coming out of the gun. Right now it's set at 1, and the trigger isn't going to pull back as far. You can go all the way up to 12. The trigger will pull back further. That's going to allow more material to leave the gun. Here's a look at the tip of the gun with the material setting at 1. You can see it doesn't really pull far back into the gun. That's going to allow less material to leave the gun. With the material setting at 12, you can see that the tip pulls further back, allowing more material to leave the gun. This setting here at the front will give you a broad fan or a narrow cone. If you want to paint side to side, keep the tip of the gun just like this. The material is going to come out of the front of the gun. The air is going to come out of these 2 air ports and create a vertical fan. If you want to paint up and down, turn this 1/4 of a turn either way. The material still comes out of the front. The air comes out of the air ports like this and creates a horizontal fan, which is better for painting up and down. Before you do any spraying, you want to get a little practice on a piece of cardboard. I've got the paint setting at 11, the air power is at 4.5, and I've got a large fan. That setting was for using the gun vertically. To use the gun horizontally, we'll rotate this tip up here. Well, you can see that I've painted the planter, and this turned out pretty good. It's not that critical of a project. There is a little bit of orange peeling. It's a high gloss paint, so every imperfection is going to show. But like I said, this project isn't that critical because it's an outdoor planter that I plan on painting every year or 2 with an ultimate goal of kind of building up that thick paint surface that you'll see on antique things. So as far as this gun, would I recommend it for a project like this? Yes. Would I recommend it for spraying kitchen cabinets or interior millwork? Probably not. What I think it's good for, and where it becomes a good time saver, is painting the siding on a house. So if you think of clapboard siding, it's going to make quick work of that because you're going to be able to get into those tight spots underneath the clapboard. Texture 111 siding, I have T111 siding on the south side of the barn, and I used this gun there, and it made quick work of it because Texture 111 siding just really sucks in the paint. And also if you're painting a fence, I think that this is going to save you some time. I think the biggest hang up that people have when it comes to spraying is how are they going to clean the gun. And this gun's pretty easy to clean, so that was one of the reasons why I choose this gun more often. I have another Wagner gun, but this one's just smaller and it's kind of easier to handle. and a little bit easier to clean. So I'll show you how to take it apart and what I did to clean this gun. To clean out this gun, first I should say I'm only using water-based materials in this gun. Cleaning things out with solvents is more work, so I avoid it. So basically you'll take those parts apart, remove the cup, and then you're going to pour any paint in your cup back into your paint can. And you want to clean that out with a rag. Before you start cleaning it out with water, get any material out of the cup that you can. This part here comes off, and there's a little vent that could get clogged right there. That vent allows pressure to go into the cup, which forces the material through the tip here. So you just want to make sure that that is cleared of any paint that might get stuck around there. The front of the gun here, this part comes off. And then you can take this part off here. And there's a good chance that you're going to have some paint in and around these parts. At this point, any of the dried paint, I go outside with a stiff paintbrush and some lacquer thinner and just work the paint off. Once everything's cleaned off, I'll dry it off with a rag, put the gun back together. It goes back together pretty easy, as you can see. This goes right back there. The tip goes right back on. That's set like that. This goes back here. Put a little water in the cup, and then before you put it away, just run a little water through the cup after you have the cup reassembled, and you should be good to go next time. Okay, so that's just a quick video explaining this sprayer. I didn't really plan on making a video about this sprayer, but I posted a short video on Instagram of me spraying this, and I had a ton of questions, and it's just a lot easier answering those questions in a short video like this, and I think it's also more clear. I am going to post this project video on Thursday, and the same day that I post the planner video, I will be emailing out the plans for this project. And these are just my simple hand-drawn plans with a cut list. It's not that much detail, but definitely enough detail to help you build the project. This is actually a very simple project made up of mostly 1x4s and 1x6. And when I say 1x4 and 1x6, it makes me think I need to do a video on the basics of lumber. But I'll get into that sometime down the road. So if you want to get these plans, sign up to my email list. I promise I'm not going to spam you. I only send out possibly 2 to 3 emails a month. That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.